Hello everyone. This is just a short update. I want to explain the last video that got posted. When I make these videos, I'm not professing to be an expert at anything. I just show my process and what I do, okay? As to lighting, that last video was about soldering. As to lighting, I pretty much know what I'm doing there. But that video had a few factors involved with it. I do know how to solder things. Go back and look at my first soldering videos that are up. You will see I know precisely what I'm doing when it comes to that. The video that I put up yesterday involved, well, the time period of it is what's the real explanation as to what happened. I have a small business. I'm going to put a few clips of my small business at the end of this video. And right before that video was made, I had spent 10 days at work, working 10 to 12 hours each day, with little or no rest in between. I mean, when I say I work 10 hours, I'm at the office 10 hours. I get anywhere from 30 to 100 emails a day. Yes, that's per day. And a lot of those are work-related, and I have to answer all those work-related emails. So when I say I put in 10-hour day, that's 10 hours at the office. There's also another hour or two of emails thrown in on top of that and related paperwork and other such craziness. Ordinarily I only put in 6 hours at the office, so I have 2 hours to cover all that other stuff, so I work a normal work day. But at the end of the semester I have to put in a lot more time, and that's what was going on there. I had to put in a lot more time. Anyhow, so I made that video right at the end of that 10-day work period. I was tired. I was not thinking straight. It takes 3 or 4 days to recover from that workload. Literally, before I'm back to normal, it takes 2 or 3 days. Okay. Another factor that contributed is the tip on that soldering iron. Some of you spotted it in the video. That tip was not suited for working with electronics. It's more for working with household electrical, to be honest with you. Because the proper method for soldering is to heat up, add the solder. You want to heat the parts up, because if you don't, the solder won't stick properly. It's just the way it is. It's like having grease on a surface when you put down super glue. Super glue is going to bind to the grease, not the surface. Well, the solder can't bind to a cold surface, because as the solder hits a cold surface, it solidifies. You need to have a hot surface and put the solder on it and let the two cool together mutually to get the bond, bond, there we go. And that's what was going on. Is part of it I wasn't heating properly because of that tip. I couldn't maneuver the tip in properly. That was a throwaway soldering iron, I learned to find out later. You can't buy replacement tips for it, although it looks like you can. I haven't been able to find them. That soldering iron is under $20. So what I did is I went out and bought a soldering station. You haven't seen it in any of the videos yet, because I bought the soldering station after thinking about the videos you just watched. I need something with replaceable tips, something where I can control the temperature, etc. I now have that. You will see that in a future video or two, and I'll explain what I'm doing when I get to it. I need to do a little research on it before I use it, so it's still sitting in a box. Okay? Just want to let you guys know what was going on with that video. I do know what I'm doing. Future videos will show that. I bought a new replacement throwaway soldering iron as well before I bought the soldering station. I started thinking about it and said to myself, you know, I'm going to end up buying a new soldering iron every 6 months at 20 bucks. Soldering station was 60 or 70. So I bought the soldering station. Okay? Now, what follows are some clips from my office, along with a project I'm doing for the wife. She went to go visit her family a good 800, 900 miles away for a few days. While she was gone, I made her a present. So you get to see that present as well. She's on her way back. She's going to be on a plane. She'll never see the video until after she gets a present. So I feel safe putting it up before she gets here. So you guys get to see it before her. Anyhow, just wanted to explain myself and explain what's going on with that video. Yeah, I just completely forgot a whole bunch of stuff. I'll put it in the video tomorrow. But anyhow, just wanted to explain myself and what's going on. So I will talk to you guys later. Okay, what we have brewing here is a welcome home project for the wife. Yes, it's on the kitchen countertops. She'll see this video later and chew me out, but right now she is visiting relatives and not around. This is also a warm-up practice for the Mercury 9 space. I'm using the same molding material for the Mercury 9 space in the same base plate. We were in on our honeymoon, and she picked up some rocks she really liked. So basically I'm making a display base for her rocks. Okay? So just want to let you guys see this. I cut 45 degrees on the ends of these with a miter saw. Here's the base. The base is the exact same size as inside of this, which it shouldn't have been. It should have been bigger. I wasn't thinking at the time I did this. I was thinking about the Mercury 9 and how it's going to work. I'll detail that in a little bit in a video series for that. This is just a small video series for this one. So I've got some corner clamps, some glue. I'm going to pull that glue. It's been drying for about an hour and a half now, so I'm going to pull the corner clamps and see how that glue came out. Be back in a second. Okay, got the clamps pulled. You can see that's glued. Okay, same thing here. We're going to align it real quick and take a look, because I'm about to glue these corners together, which is a pretty simple process. You just put some glue on it and put it in the clamp, and the clamp will help align it and hold it down while it dries. I want to see how this base fits in there, because it was designed for the glue around the outer edge of the base, for the base to just drop in there. And I can't really check it and hold the camera at the same time, but it looks like it's going to line up very well. Okay? Yeah, it looks like it's going to line up very well. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and glue these corners together, and then I'll glue the base in when I'm done. Once that's done, the whole thing gets some varnish, and then she's got her rock holder. This is a simple, quick little project too, provided you have a miter saw. You got a miter saw, that's the requirement. Anyhow, I will be back once they're glued, and then glue the base in and show you how that goes. Alright, back later. Okay, I'm gluing this framework together, and I think I've got a slight misalignment on this one. This one, however, is aligned very well. I had some extra glue squirt out. One of the things about doing woodwork is you don't want to use a lot of glue, and I'm going to take the damp paper towel and clean that with to get the glue off that corner, because that'll show when I varnish if I don't. Same thing with that, and I did get them here. I'm going to have to sand these edges down a little bit and a little bit of wood putty on this one, because it didn't quite align correctly. And I got the putty today. So this is gluing and drying, and when it's dry, I'll be able to put the base in. But I'm going to putty it first. And again, this is a trial run for the Mercury 9 space. I'm doing the exact same thing for the Mercury 9 space. It's going to be a little bit different because it's a lot bigger. And I'll be honest with you, these parts, when I cut them with the Mercury 9, fit that board a heck of a lot better than this one, because I was careful with that one. I wasn't with this one. This one was kind of an afterthought. It was like halfway through and I went, oh, I can do this. So I just kind of slapped this one together real quick out of scrap wood. Alright, be back when that dries. Oh, and what I meant to say earlier, when you're gluing a joint with wood, you don't need a lot of glue. Just put a very thin film on there. If something's squirting out, that means you had too much when you clamp it. It doesn't require much glue. So I'm going to get this aligned right here before it cures up on me. And this one. And I'll be back when it's dry and show you how she fits the base. Alright, I'm here with my little project. I've got all four corners glued. Okay. The centerpiece fits in there, and it fits in there really tight. I took it out and sanded the edges down to get it to fit. Okay. I took some of my jeweler's files and filed the edges of this to make them smooth. It's not 100% perfect. I'm not trying for perfection. I just want to get her completed. I don't know why the camera doesn't want to focus on this thing either. It's weird. Maybe because the background in this, there's really nothing for it to focus on. I'm going to go ahead and get that set in there and glued. And then I'm going to do a little bit of fill work for some of these gaps in here, and that's it. This thing is not going to get a whole lot of work done on it. It doesn't need it. It's to hold rocks. All right? It's to surprise Nellie when she comes back. And it's also a practice run for the stand on the Mercury 9 so that I know I'm getting it together correctly. All right? So I'll be back once that's glued up. All right. This project right here, I put one coat of varnish on it already. And I need to basically take some steel wool and rub it down to get rid of any imperfections, but it doesn't feel like there's much, so that'll go very, very quick. And then I can put another coat of varnish on it. This should be done tonight. The only thing is, I'm thinking about putting some felt on the bottom of it. I'm not sure. I also put some of these things on the corners, because when I put the center board in here, one of the corners pulled apart. That's not going to happen anymore. And I'm going to talk about those in another project and explain my ideas and thoughts about them. And I see something very bad on this one we're going to have to fix. That, yeah, it's going to have to be fixed. All right, this project's almost done. All right, everyone, I'm just making a short video to let you see what I do at work. Okay, I'm about to start a statistics review. It starts at noon. Not everyone's here quite yet, but they will be in a few minutes. Just to let you see a little what the classroom looks like. Okay, this is my main classroom. And again, I don't quite have everyone here. I'm missing probably about 10 people, and they're going to wander in for the next 10-15 minutes. So there you go. It's a little bit of what I do for my reviews and work. And this is why I stay very busy. Okay, it's noon. I'm going to be doing reviews like that until 1 a.m. tonight. All right, talk to you guys later.
All right, let me know when you're ready.
Yeah, ready.
Ready?
Thank you.
Hi, my name is Jessica. I go to Tutor John often, and I've been to 4.0 and Go for several other classes, and they pale in comparison. So not only does Tutor John give you better notes, but he's a little more attentive in the classes. He can give you more insightful information that you can actually use, and I just have made better grades coming to Tutor John with less effort. So I much prefer it. I've been to not only his big group sessions, but his personal tutoring, and have seen really great results in both. So I recommend Tutor John.
Okay? One, it helps you remember it. Some of the jokes, yes, like the Obama. That one, no. One of the reasons I'm telling you guys jokes like this is because I want you guys to relax and calm down. Anyone stressed about this class? Right. So telling you guys jokes like green slimy bras helps get that stress out, and you guys will pay better attention and you'll remember it better. Does that make sense to everyone? I'm not trying to waste your time. I'm not trying to act like a clown to make myself look good. Everyone got that? I know I don't look good. I'm missing hair. I got a belly. Well, I look good to her back there. That's about it. Okay? Because I'm marrying that woman in a little over 2 weeks. Okay? Yeah, right after finals, I'm getting married. My friends think I'm psychotic. Anyhow, just letting you guys know why I tell the jokes like this and stop sometimes. It gets the stress out of the room, and you guys feel better, and I can actually cover the material faster. Does that make any sense? Yes? Okay. So if I tell you something, you think it's funny, laugh. I know she will. Okay? Has everyone got that? Let it out. It's not going to hurt anything. All right? Let's get going back with math. Now, we know we're using this one over here, correct? What I have is an x equals 5, a y equals 7, and then m equals 4/3. I'm going to plug them all into that. Does that work? Yes? So I'm going to get 7 equals 4/3 times 5 plus b. Or 7 equals 20 thirds plus b. Or 1/3 is equal to b. Now, can all of you see why I'm using this one instead of that one over there? How much of that green slimy bra am I dealing with here? Practically none. Okay? Whereas if I'm not going to do that one. So my final answer is y equals 4/3 x plus 1/3. Are we good? Yes? No? Can we turn the page? And we did that by using the solvent. Okay? Page 7. Guess what you get to do with this one? Make a hat. Okay? Make a hat. Or if you want, you can wad it up. Office staff won't like me for this, but throw it in the trash can. Sorry. Sorry. But make you happy. I had a rule for a long time. If I throw anything in the trash can and I hit someone, they don't pay me for the session. She's not upset with me now.
Who was it?
I'm serious. You're not paying me today. That work?
Yeah, hit me.
Throw something to me. Throw something to me. All right, let's go to page 8. I want you guys just to read over page 8. All right?